guys, welcome back. So the next icon, or the next two icons slash windows, are going to be these right here. It's going to be this one. It's called the toolbar, and when you click on that, that's going to open up a toolbar at the bottom. A lot of these features and functionalities in this toolbar are a little bit advanced, so I'm going to teach you about those toolbars when we're working on projects. So we're going to skip over this one. All right, for now we're going to skip over it. The next one is smart controls, and we're going to click on that one. And that's another feature that pretty much while we're working on a project, it's better for me to show you what it does there. So we're going to skip that one for now, and we're going to open this next window, which is a very important window. All right, it's the mixer window. That icon is right here, and there's two shortcuts for the mixer. Two, not one. This one says mixer X, right? So if we press X, that will open the mixer window. If you press it again, it will get rid of it. If you press Command 2, if you hold Command and tap the letter 2 one time, that's going to bring up the mixer in its own window. It won't be attached to the main window in Logic. It'll open up in its own window. Okay, so again, two ways to open that mixer: the letter X on the keyboard, or by holding Command and tapping the letter the number 2 one time, and that will open up the mixer in another window. Okay, so let's press X, and we're going to open the mixer. And here you have your mixer, right? So all of your tracks are showing up on this mixer as if this was a digital mix console. Okay, now right here, this fader right here, this is some music that I have on there, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit play, and then I'm gonna bring this fader up, and you're gonna hear that the music is gonna get louder. So let's listen. See that? So just like a mix console, when you're mixing a song, this is where you will find all of your tracks. Okay, so if you have, let's just do this really quickly so that you can see. If we had, you know, say 20 tracks worth of music, right? This is where the volumes would all be, again, as if this were a digital mix console. So see, this is where all the volumes would be. We're gonna press X, and we're gonna close the mixer. And then these are the tracks right now. In a previous video, I talked to you about the inspector. So let's open the inspector up. And you know how you can see, like if I click on this audio 22, right? If I click on that track right here on the left-hand side, remember this fader controls that track, right? The volume for that track. This is the strip for that track. So if we open the mixer back up, hit letter X, right? Now, if you look, let's select, I'm going to select audio 17, right? Just as an example. Now, this strip, right, is the strip for this track right here, audio 17. Now, watch right here. See, because you have it selected here in the main page. So that means that it's selecting it in the mixer. So if I move this fader, watch what happens right here to this fader, just like with the inspector. Watch, look. See, it goes up and down. So basically, this strip right here, when you select a track, right? When you select a track, it will highlight it in the mixer, and then it'll take this strip and it'll send it to the inspector so that you have that strip right here. You see what I'm saying? So if I add something to this strip, it's gonna show up in the inspector right here, because this is the strip that's in the mixer. So if I were to click right here where it says EQ, right? I'm gonna open that and then close it. Now look, this one has an EQ, right? Because again, this strip gets sent over here so that you don't have to constantly be opening and closing the mixer. So hopefully we just connected a dot there. Hopefully now you're going, oh, that makes sense. Okay, now that makes sense, right? So notice it doesn't affect anything on the right hand side of the inspector. It only affects the channel strip itself. So when I said in the video about the inspector that the channel strip for the track is right here, I was actually talking about the channel strip in the mixer. So same thing. Let me show you something else. See where it says stereo output? If you click on that, it's gonna select stereo output. Now watch what happens right here where it says stereo output on the right hand side of the inspector, right? Now, when I move this fader, look at the fader here on the right side of the inspector. See that? See how it's moving up and down? So hopefully we just connected some dots. Hopefully you're right now at the edge of your seat going, okay, yeah, this makes total sense. So what Logic did was they made it so that no matter what track you click on, you can always see the master fader, which is the stereo out, right? And they made it so that you can always see the selected channel strip without having to open the mixer. All right, so hopefully I was just able to connect some dots there for you. Anyway, guys, master this, get in there, get your hands dirty, do some exploring, and then come back for another video. Thanks, guys.